Hello, explorers! Welcome to the first preseason show of GEOshow Season 3. We're going to Central America this season. So I'm happy that you're here with us. If you're watching this or if you just found us by passing through the internet, then my name is Brandon Hall and I run an educational program called Learn Around the World. And what we do is we provide virtual expeditions to locations all around the world, and our flagship expedition is called GEOshow. So we do live broadcasts just like you're watching right now, and we also do virtual field trips via video conferencing. We do a lot of photojournalism, a lot of work with spatial data and maps. It's a really cool full service program that we invite you to join with your students. If you're a teacher, or if you know a teacher, please share it. Or if you know a student, share it with them. So even if you don't fall into any of those categories, we'd love to have you along. You can watch all of this content for free, and we want to share Southern Mexico, Guatemala, and Belize with you this semester. So what I'm doing right now is two things. One is I'm packing for the trip. And if you look right here on this futon, then I have everything that I'm taking with me as far as my personal items. And then two is we're testing out some of the tech that we're using on the trip. So right now I'm testing out a microphone, a wireless microphone, and some of our other apps that we're using. So right now I'm going to walk with you everything that I'm taking with me that I'm going to need for 3 whole months. So if you can imagine what you have at your home and in your dresser in your bedroom, you probably have so much more than this that you go through each and every week. However, I'm only going to use this stuff for 3 months, and I'm going to pack it right now. And whoa, there was a dragon. That's my cat, Falcor. And so I'm going to put everything in this little backpack, and tomorrow I'm going to do another show that includes all of our technical equipment. So all of our video cameras, microphones, and everything that we're taking with us. And that bag is actually a lot bigger than this one. So let's talk about clothes. What do I need with me? So I'm taking 4 t-shirts, and most of those are non-cotton t-shirts. I do have one cotton t-shirt, and that's just because it is a Learn Around the World GEOshow t-shirt, which you'll be able to get later in the semester, and we'll let you know then. The rest of them are either merino wool or synthetic t-shirts, and that's because they dry really quickly, and at least the merino ones, they smell less, so that's a good advantage of them. I have one long sleeve shirt for warmth. I have a long sleeve dressier shirt just in case we get invited into people's homes or we go to a more formal occasion. I have a pair of board shorts and a pair of running shorts for any kind of physical activities or swimming. And I have 2 pairs of pants. So I have one that is a pair of pants for any kind of hiking or trekking, and I have one nicer pair of pants that I can use to any kind of, if I go to any religious buildings or anything that I have to dress up more formally. All right, and if you noticed, my clothes I did not fold them. I rolled them up. And this is a little technique or tip for you if you're taking small bags anywhere, is your clothes get less wrinkles in them if you roll them up and you're able to pack them tighter. So a good little insider tip for you. Here, I have my underwear and socks. So I have 4 pair of underwear and 3 pair of socks. So that's all I'm taking with me. And you may ask yourself, how can you get by with such little clothes? Well, I'll wash them in the places that we're staying, in the bathroom. I can use these bags that double as a washing kit. I'll throw them in here with some soap, wash them, and hang them out to dry. And that's another benefit of using non-cotton clothing. Cotton takes a really long time to dry, where wool and synthetic clothing, it dries really quickly. So here I actually have my first aid kit. You always should have a first aid kit with you. My toiletries bag and a couple of mosquito repellents, which is very important to where we're going. And so I have all of those essential items. I have rain gear, which hopefully we won't need too much. It is going to be the dry season in Central America, but always have that just in case. And I have a rash guard, so if you've ever done any snorkeling, some of the natural wonders in this area of the world is in the Gulf of Mexico, so it's a possibility that we'll end up there. And then I have a really light beanie, a small beanie, in case we are starting in Mexico City, so it can get a little chilly in the elevation. And then I have some granola bars and other snacks that I'll use on the flight down. It's less expensive than airport food. And also with any water activities, it's important because we have we have a lot of electronic gear with us. So I have what's called a dry bag. So I can fill this bag with those things, and even if I drop it in the water, then it will keep all of it dry and safe. So I'm going to take this with me as well. So you'll notice I really have to get all this stuff in here. You really have to pack down and scrunch it in. So it's another reason why it's important that we kind of roll our clothing beforehand. And we're getting down to the end of it. So I do have a belt with me that I'll take for those dress clothing. I have my passport that you'll need anytime you travel internationally, and any other important papers I have in here. This is a money belt, so I'll take any kind of extra documents, any directions to any kind of embassies that I'll need for backup, and I'll always have this on me. All right. Right now I'm going to put it here, though. And I have my super sweet peanut butter and jelly wallet that my nephew gave me for Christmas, so I'm going to take that. I take a globe with me when I travel, so this is in case in any classrooms, if I'm showing them where I'm from in the world. I just use it as a really cool teaching tool, and these inflatable globes are nice because you can pack really easy with them. I take a coffee filter. I like to brew my own coffee when I'm traveling from the places I'm staying in. I have a little game kit, so I have a deck of cards and a game called Pass the Pigs. Highly recommend it if you've never played it. It's these little piggies. They look like dice, or they act like dice. And it's a really fun game. It's a really great way to learn your numbers, too, in another language. And I take a personal journal with me. And then the last items that we have, I have a pair of shoes, my bigger shoes. They're not going to go in my bag because I'm going to wear them while I'm traveling. And I carry a pair of flip-flops. And so these will go in my bag as well. And I'm going to zip it all up. And with the exception of my water bottle, which I always carry with me as well, that's going to go on the outside. That is it. This is everything I'm taking with me for 3 whole months. And it's actually going to be less than this in the bag because one of the items of clothing or sets of clothing that I'll be wearing at that time. So it'll be a little bit less than this, which is nice. And as you'll see tomorrow, I have a really, really, really big gear bag that goes on my back. And for the most part, this bag will be carried on the front of me, just like this. So I'll have 2 bags on when I'm traveling from airports to rooms that I'm staying in and so forth. So that is about it for our personal gear. I hope you learned a little something about what types of things you need to take on you if you're going on a long trip overseas. And you can go very, very light. It is possible. And I hope everything worked out well with our microphones and our tech. So until next time, my name's GEObrandon, and you've been watching the Geo Show. And remember, keep exploring.